Let me ask you something real. Have you ever felt like you are doing everything right, but somehow you are still behind? You are working, learning, and building, but when you open social media and see someone younger than you scaling faster, someone newer than you is winning louder, and someone less experienced looks more successful. Moreover, that quiet thought creeps in. Maybe I am late. But what if I told you that you are not behind? You are just measuring your life against a timeline that was never assigned to you.
Marketing is more than selling. It is a strategy, it is storytelling, it is positioning, it is knowing how to reach the people you are called to serve. Welcome to Marketing Monday on the Pulse of Marketing, where quiet builders learn how to escape hype culture and build sustainable businesses with clarity, systems, consistency, and purpose. Every week, we break down real marketing lessons, business strategies, brand moves, leadership decisions, and growth principles that help you stop guessing and start building. I'm your host, Coach LJ, and you already know the vibe. You don't have to know how to sell, but you do have to know how to market. So let's build smarter, market better, and grow with purpose. This is the Pulse of Marketing. Have you ever had a dream that wouldn't leave you alone? A business idea, a book, or a vision for a better life? Yet every year you tell yourself, and maybe next year. But what if the timing is never perfect? What if the only thing standing between you and the life you want is one decision? That's why I wrote Quit or Shut Up. This is about the mindset and discipline to finally finish what you started. Discover how to overcome fear, build momentum, and turn your vision into reality in the next 90 days. Quit or Shut Up launches July 22nd. Pre-order your copy today at quitorShutUp.com. Stop waiting, start building. Will you quit or will you shut up and get to work?
All right, fam, let us get right into it. Today's conversation is not about strategy first. It is about identity. A lot of people will not say this out loud, but many entrepreneurs are not stuck for lack of information. They are stuck because they are comparing their beginning to someone else's middle. Have you ever noticed how timelines online feel compressed? Somebody launches Monday, hits five figures Friday, and now they are teaching a course on Saturday. Let us take it a step deeper, even spiritually. Someone has a powerful encounter and gives their life to Christ today. And by next week, they expect to step into the role of an evangelist without going through the process that prepares, refines, and grounds them for that calling. Because if you are not careful, you start questioning your process. You start rushing your growth and start abandoning your pace. Moreover, what you do not realize is that you just start borrowing someone else's timeline. We have been conditioned to believe that if it is working, it should be fast. If it is right, it should be visible. If it is real, it should be immediate. However, that is not how real businesses are built. Validation says, show me results now so I can keep going. Vision says, I will keep going until the results show. Validation is emotional. Vision is attentional. Validation quits early. Vision compounds. If you are constantly borrowing timelines, you will default to validation. Now, let us take this even further because this is not just about mindset. This is about how businesses actually grow. Research in organization psychology shows that identity clarity precedes performance consistency. Translation: if you do not know who you are, you will not know how to build. Furthermore, if you do not know how to build, you will constantly pivot under pressure. That is why so many people start over every 90 days, not because they lack talent, but because they lack identity alignment. Let us bring scripture into this. Habakkuk 2:2 says, write the vision and make it plain. That means your delays are not denials. Your slow seasons are not failures. And your quiet seasons are not mistakes. They are construction zones. Now, let me slow this down for a second because this is where a lot of people miss it. We talk about growth as if it was supposed to feel exciting all the time. However, real growth, real growth often feels like confusion before clarity. It feels like effort before evidence. It feels like showing up when nothing is clapping for you. According to research published in the Journal of Business Venturing, entrepreneurs experience higher levels of uncertainty and psychological stress during early stage development than at any other phase. Why? Because you are building something that has no proof yet. Your mind starts looking for comparisons. Comparisons becomes your measurement system, and that is dangerous because comparison will always make you feel behind when you are actually in the process. Let me say that again in a way that hits a little deeper. You are not behind. You are just in a phase that does not look impressive yet. Let me show you something. Observation is where people rush into visibility before they build systems. The pattern is where they gain attention but cannot sustain it. Moreover, consequence is where they burn out, pivot, or disappear. Let me be honest with you. While building the now ecosystem, I am still working my 9 to 5. I was not posting every day, going viral, or trending. There were weeks when I dropped an episode and barely got 10 views. Now, if I were measuring myself against someone else's timeline, I would have quit. But I am not building for attention. I am building for alignment. There were moments when I would record an episode, edit it, upload it, and then sit there refreshing the page, waiting, watching, hoping, and nothing happened. No comments, no shares, barely any views, and I constantly had to make a decision in those moments. Am I building for validation or am I building for vision? Because those are two very different paths. And this is where I want to challenge you. Because a lot of people say they want success, but they are emotionally dependent on validation. According to the Global Entrepreneurship Monitor, a significant percentage of founders fail not because of bad ideas, but because of premature scaling and lack of strategic patience. And the Harvard Business Review emphasizes sustainable companies prioritize long-term capability over short-term visibility. So, what feels slow is often strategic. In marketing science, there is a phenomenon known as the lag effect. It means the work you do today does not show immediate results. According to research by the Eckberg Bass Institute, brand growth results from consistent exposure over time, not isolated bursts of activity. Translation: the content you posted last week might not convert until next month. The relationship you built today might not pay off until next year. The system you are building right now might not show impact until later. So when you rush your timeline, you interrupt your own compounding. Furthermore, this is where everything shifts. This is where quiet builders have an advantage. You are building layers. Every post, lesson, conversation, and system, it is stacking.
Have you ever felt like you're capable of more, but you're not sure how to get there? Maybe you have business ideas you've never launched, or you're overwhelmed by information but still lack clarity and results. Most people don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because they lack direction, consistency, and a community. That's why I created the Now University. It's more than a course. It's a growth community built for people like you. Over 6 months, we'll clarify your vision, build your brand, and create the systems you need to launch with confidence and scale your impact. Stop doubting, stop waiting. Your next opportunity window is open. The question is, will you walk through it? Join the Now University today, because the life you want won't be created by intention alone. It will be created by action.
Moreover, most people quit right before it starts compounding. Let me bring this into something practical for you. Here is something simple you can test this week. Stop asking, what should I post next? Start asking, what am I becoming right now? Let your content reflect your identity, not your insecurity. Now, this week, test this. I want you to do one thing differently. Instead of measuring your results daily, measure your consistency weekly. Ask yourself, did I show up, execute, or stay aligned? Because consistency is the real KPI in the early stages. Now, let us go even deeper, because some of you are not just comparing timelines, you are rushing seasons. Furthermore, this is not about catching up. This is about becoming qualified, because truthfully, if your exposure outgrows your identity, your success becomes unstable. Ecclesiastes 3:1 says, there is a time for everything. That includes your timeline, process, and becoming. You are not late. You are learning. You are not stuck. You are being shaped. You are not behind. You are being prepared. Now, let us break this down even further. There's a difference between a builder season, a refiner season, and a visibility season. Moreover, when you skip seasons, you skip development. When you skip development, you build something you cannot sustain. That is why some people grow quickly but cannot stay there. Sustainability is not built through exposure alone. It is built in preparation, and preparation is quiet. Preparation is repetitive, often unnoticed, but it is what holds everything together later. So, when you feel like nothing is happening, something very important is happening. You are becoming disciplined, consistent, clear, and resilient. Those are the exact traits your future success will require. If you only do one thing this week, do this. Stop borrowing timelines and start measuring alignment. Every decision you make, ask, does this match who I am becoming? Does this align with my current season? Or am I doing this because I feel behind? Because clarity creates confidence, and confidence creates consistency. Moreover, when you align your actions with your identity, you eliminate confusion. Furthermore, when you eliminate confusion, you build momentum. Let me ask you something honestly. What season are you in right now? Are you learning, building, refining, or preparing? Drop that in the comments. not for me, but for you. Furthermore, if you want help applying this instead of guessing, that is exactly why the Noun University exists. Not for hype or shortcut, but for structure, accountability, and identity-driven execution. So you can build something that actually lasts. This is not about moving faster. It is about becoming stronger and not about arriving early. The goal is to arrive ready because you are not late, behind, or missing it. You are in it. Right now, this moment, season, process is where your foundation is being built. And one day, people will look at your life, business, consistency, and think it happened overnight. However, you will know the truth. It was built in the seasons nobody clapped for. This is Coach LJ. And remember, you don't have to know how to sell, but you do have to know how to market. In next week's episode, how to build self-trust as an entrepreneur and grow your business with confidence. If this helped you, subscribe, follow, and share this with someone building quietly. And you know what's coming next. Deuces. Peace.
Have you ever had a dream that wouldn't leave you alone? A business idea, a book, or a vision for a better life? Yet every year you tell yourself, and maybe next year. But what if the timing is never perfect? What if the only thing standing between you and the life you want is one decision? That's why I wrote Quit or Shut Up. This is about the mindset and discipline to finally finish what you started. Discover how to overcome fear, build momentum, and turn your vision into reality in the next 90 days. Quit or Shut Up launches July 22nd. Pre-order your copy today at quitorshutup.com. Stop waiting, start building. Will you quit or will you shut up and get to work?